We have new satellite images of Kabul International Airport, the tarmac where thousands of people are desperately trying to escape. Right now, the State Department is getting U.S. diplomats out of Afghanistan as swiftly as possible now that the Taliban has control of the capital. Tonight, President Biden says leaving the country is still the right thing to do. CBS 2's Jessica Layton is here now with more. Jessica?
Well, Dana, when Taliban fighters swept the Afghanistan capital just yesterday, they seemingly undid in a matter of hours the stability that the U.S. military spent years working to achieve. Well, President Biden admits it all happened faster than they could have ever predicted. He says there would have never been a good time to leave that country.
The events we're seeing now are sadly proof that no amount of military force would ever deliver a stable, united, secure Afghanistan.
President Biden Monday stood firmly by his decision to withdraw U.S. troops from Afghanistan, placing the blame for the fragility of that country and the swift takeover by the Taliban on Afghan armed forces who wouldn't protect their own country.
American troops cannot and should not be fighting in a war and dying in a war that Afghan forces are not willing to fight for themselves.
Thousands of Afghans rushed onto the tarmac of Kabul International Airport, so desperate to escape the terrifying Taliban grip, they tried holding on to an American military jet as it took off. At least 7 people were killed. Senator Mitch McConnell calls it an utter disaster.
People clinging to the side of the airplane, desperate, trying to get out of there because they know they're going to be killed by the Taliban because they were collaborating with us. What does that say to friends of America around the world? You can't depend on us.
Meanwhile, the Pentagon is promising one of its main missions right now is to get people out.
To facilitate the safe evacuation of U.S. citizens, SIVs, and Afghans at risk. To get these personnel out of Afghanistan as quickly and as safely as possible.
And to that point, the U.S. has sent 6,000 troops to help evacuate our citizens and allies. There is concern tonight, though, from both Republicans and Democrats that Afghanistan will once again become a safe haven for terror groups that could target the U.S. Dana?
Jessica, thank you.